Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamunatira Vanachari. Yamunatira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivraja Kacharya Shtotara Shata Shishimat. His Divine Grace Shila Isi Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, we're reading from first canto, chapter 11, Lord Krishna's entrance into Dvaraka. Text number 13. Gopura Dvara Margeshu Krita Kauta Katoranam Chitra Dvaja Pataka Grair Antah Pritihata Tapam Gopura Dvara Margeshu Krita Kautuka Toranam Chitra Dvaja Pataka Garair Antah Pratihata Tapam. Gopura Dvara Margeshu Krita Kauta Kaktoranam Chita Javataka Gri Manta Pratihata Tapam. Gopura Dvara Margeshu Krita Kautuka Toranam Chitra Dvaja Pataka Grair Anta Pratihata Tapam. Okay, Gopuram, the gateway of the city. Dvara, door. Margeshu, on different roads, Krita, undertaken, Kautuka, because of the festival, Toranam, decorated arch, Chitra, painted, Dvaja, flags, Pataka agrai, by the foremost signs, Antaha, within, Pratihata, checked, Atapam, sunshine. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The city gateway, the household doors and festooned arches along the roads were all nicely decorated with festive signs like plantain trees and mango leaves, all to welcome the Lord. Flags, garlands, and painted signs and slogans all combined to shade the sunshine. Purport. Signs of decoration in special festivals were also collected from the gifts of nature, such as the plantain trees, the mango trees, fruits, and flowers. Mango trees, coconut palms, and plantain trees are still accepted as auspicious signs. The flags mentioned above were all painted with a picture of either Garuda or Hanuman, the two great servitors of the Lord. For devotees, such paintings and decorations are still adored, and the servitor of the Master is paid more respect for the satisfaction of the Lord. Okay, text again. The city gateway, the household doors, and festooned arches along the roads were all nicely decorated with festive signs like plantain trees and mango leaves, all to welcome the Lord. Flags, garlands, and painted signs and slogans all combined to shade the sunshine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Praladananda Swamiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Adeshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So there's two main ideas in this very short purport, but there's still very important two ideas. First idea is Srila Prabhupada is continuing the ideas from the previous purport. He says opulence means natural products. That's the point. It's opulence means flower, fruits, mango leaves, and so on, which is very controversial idea. I don't know if you can go on Chopova and present this idea. And it can be controversial even for devotees. Anyway, we had this Sangha at Antarvi Prabhu, and I was reading some part of from Nectar of Instruction, second verse. I will read some other parts. Srila Prabhupada says there, if people are advised not to collect too many goods, eat too much, or work unnecessarily to possess artificial amenities, they think they are being advised to return to a primitive way of life. Generally, people do not like to accept plain living and high thinking. That is their unfortunate position. So that is the unfortunate position of the people in the West, and that is also the unfortunate position of the devotees sometimes. We might even think this is uncivilized, you know. No internet. Rishabha Prabhu was telling me yesterday, hey Prabhu, the internet is not working. What to do? It's not working. What can you do? You know. So I lived at some point in India in some ashram for 5 months. And the first thing when I went there, they said, do you have a mobile phone? I said, yes. Okay, you have to store it here. And goodbye. I saw my mobile phone after 5 months. That was because before I was like working in this IT company and all the time computers everywhere, and then you go home and there's more computers and they're like. So when I went there and they said, give up your mobile phone, I was like, okay, sure. Just throw it there. And I was very happy to do it. And actually it was nice. It was very nice mentally. So peaceful, No, you don't have to bother what's happening in Africa, what's happening in this place, that other place. No, just no mobile phone. And we had a very regulated schedule. Of course, they were a bit Mayavadis. They had no idea what they are, but they were Mayavadis. And yeah, it was nice, very peaceful life. You wake up in the morning, you do some morning program, you take some breakfast, you do some service, you take some more prasadam, and then Durga prasadam probably. Durga prasadam. But anyway, it was almost, it was somehow sattvic. Except the black tea, of course. The only difference from their diet was the black tea, Black tea was, you cannot say no to the black tea in India. So it was very peaceful, And of course we need these things for our service sometimes. You want to do a promotion, have to do a WhatsApp, hey, hello, you want to come to the program? But other than that, we could use a detox, like you have a detox from alcohol, from things, and we can use a detox from technology. Just some time without any technology. It's so nice, it's so peaceful. So Srila Prabhupada So Srila Prabhupada's idea is that we should not use technology except for service. So we should service preaching. And it all comes from association of non-devotees. You associate with the wrong people, you get the wrong ideas. Everything else comes. Atyahara, prayasas. Atyahara. You want too many things. My neighbor has a car, I have to have a big And then prayasas, you want a big car, you have to work hard. It's not cheap. Prajalpa, you have to be social, be, I don't know what's the term, but you're considered not very good if you don't socialize with people. If you, in any company you go, you have to go socialize with the people, and they also have team building. And if you don't go for the team building, they will look at you. Oh, this guy is strange. No, and of course, what do they do in the team building? Yeah, let's just get drunk and anyway, many other things. Prajalpa, Nyamagraha. You don't need to follow any rules, especially that you have to follow company rules, but you don't have to follow Krishna's rules. Jana Sangas, Laulyam, and you become very greedy. Okay, I have this car, but I have to have bigger car. So living in the association of the devotees saves you from all this, because in the association of the devotees, the same mechanism should be there. Instead of hearing about the glories of sense gratification, you hear about the glories of Krishna and devotional service. So you hear about Krishna and you get at some point the idea, hey, how about I do some service for Krishna? How about I chant some Hare Krishna? I heard everyone here is telling me that I should chant Hare Krishna. Okay, let's chant Hare Krishna. So it's very simple. If you live in the association of the devotees, then life is very simple. So Srila Prabhupada had this idea that devotees should live on a farm. There should be more devotees living on the farm together, association of devotees, peaceful living, high thinking, temple in the middle, work a bit to get some food, and chant Hare Krishna, read the books. That's it. Simple life. So his idea was not that devotees earn their living by becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or football player, or something. The idea was you live on the land, you have a cow. That was Srila Prabhupada's idea of economy. He says in the same purport, by God's arrangement, anyone in any part of the world can live very peacefully if he has some land and a milk cow. There is no need for men to move from one place to another to earn a livelihood, for one can produce food grains locally and get milk from cows. But also, nowadays, if you have a job, you usually don't have a job in the city where you live. So you have to go every morning and every morning to your job, drive 1 hour. There's many people who drive more than 1 hour, and then drive 1 hour back, and there's always a traffic jam. Probably if you come from Kran to Ljubljana at the wrong time, you can do 1 hour easily. So if you live on the land, if you want to go to your job, it's like 5 minutes walk. Okay, I have to go to my job now. Okay. Oh, I'm at my job already. So it makes it very simple. And Srila Prabhupada continues, he says, by God's arrangement, there is sufficient scope for the production of milk and grains for human beings all over the world, but instead of using their higher intelligence to cultivate God consciousness, so-called intelligent men misuse their intelligence to produce many unnecessary and unwanted things. Thus factories, slaughterhouses, brothels, and liquor shops are opened. So factories are not really Srila Prabhupada's idea. Sometimes I was working in this company which was producing electronics for cars. And you go to the production plant. And there's always some chemicals there that people who work there, they inhale every day. Not very healthy. Usually the plastic stuff are the most dangerous. These ones they use for plastic. It's hellish place. I've been to a few production places for electronics. It's not the best place to be. So this is unnecessary. And if you go to a farm, you see also how real vegetables taste like. Like it's real, like it's not something made with 100 chemicals, It's made. And of course, we had this sangha, and there was a topic, and one of the topic that came up was, okay, that's very nice idea, but we have very few farms, and on the very few farms, there's no one there. So what can you do? And of course, the simple idea was that everyone will go once a month for 1 day to support the farms and these kind of things, which might work, but probably will not work for a few reasons. And more or less, we're short on everything. It's not that we have too many devotees in the temple. It's not that we have too many devotees for Harinam. We have too many devotees for Sankirtan. And just in the farms, we're like, okay, we have in the farms. Here there are 500 devotees, and we can give 2 to the farms. Okay, the problem solved. No, we're more or less short on everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's it's a struggle for everyone. So my understanding of the solution is that we have to preach more. How do you solve the problems that you don't have devotees in the temple? Of course, you can move. Now we got the devotees from Zagreb. We moved them here for 2 days, and we have more devotees here, but the less in Zagreb. So this is not a solution. No. So the solution is that we have to preach more. In general, we have to have more programs, more outreach programs, more Harinam, more Sankirtan, and better training. And when we have devotees, if you have 1,000 devotees, then you have enough devotees to be on the Harinam, Sankirtan, temple, farms. Everything is there. Everything is covered. And of course, we should somehow make it clear that farms are an important part of Srila Prabhupada's project, Srila Prabhupada's mission. So we also need to talk about it. It all starts with Shravanam, hearing about it. If you hear about something, then you think, yeah, it can be a good idea. Okay, let's try it. If you don't hear, and then we can plan some programs and so on. But it's a very slow process. Sometimes you expect, you do a new program and you expect that 100 people will just jump out of the blue. No. Even the people who are actually interested, they take usually 5 years to, actually understand what's going on. If they are very interested and very serious, then they will take 2 years to understand something about what's going on. Oh, what's this Hare Krishna movement? Oh, Hare Krishna, okay. So it takes a lot of time to build anything. I can see many times, even for devotees, to do some project, to do some go out for Sankirtan. It's very complicated because Maya is very she doesn't like things to be done very simple. She has to test. Are you really serious? We will come back to this point later. So the first idea Srila Prabhupada talks about in this purport is that farms are a good idea. This doesn't mean that all the devotees should move from tomorrow to the farm. I guess that's not realistic. And of course, we should understand that some devotees have some karmic jobs for now. And we should be like, okay, maybe this is a good compromise for now, for some time. But we should be very clear that this is a compromise. This is not the actual idea. So, second part of this purport is about Srila Prabhupada. It's not in the text itself, but Srila Prabhupada says that actually these flags are always with Hanuman, Garuda. And he gets to the very simple conclusion that sometimes the devotees are paid more respect than Krishna himself. So this is very, very important understanding. We should understand that we are completely dependent on the devotees. Madhurya Kadabini spends quite some time to detail this basic concept that bhakti comes from bhakti. It's a very esoteric concept. Bhakti comes from bhakti. So if you do some karma, some nice pious activities, you don't get bhakti. If you get some jnana, you study Vedanta Sutra, you don't get bhakti. And the only, and actually karma and jnana, they are dependent on bhakti. So the only way to get bhakti is from someone who has bhakti. Or from bhakti. In rare cases, it can be from Krishna himself or from the Shastra. But in most of the cases, it's from a devotee who has bhakti. So usually the Madhyama Adhikari, because the beginner doesn't know how to preach and doesn't care about preaching. And the Uttama Adhikari, he thinks himself so fallen that he doesn't need to preach. Everyone is more advanced than me, so why would I preach? What can I say to this devotee who came yesterday and he's more advanced than me? So that's what a Uttama Adhikari thinks. So it's like, yeah, there's no need for me to preach. And then the Madhyama Adhikari, he's usually the medium through which Krishna manifests this bhakti, transmits this mercy. So the most important thing in a new devotee's life is association with the devotees. I try to tell this to every new devotee, and usually they don't get it until maybe they get it after some time. So the basic understanding is never, ever, 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 ever leave the association of the devotees. If someone understands this, then he's very fortunate. No, he's like, oh, okay. Really, I have to associate with devotees because my spiritual life depends on it. Srila Prabhupada says in the same purport, Jnana Sangha refers to associating with persons not interested in Krishna consciousness. One should strictly avoid such association. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has the solution, because the point is you want to avoid association of non-devotees. And how do you do it? Because we're all social. We all like to have relationships, unless we're very introvert. But usually we like to have some relationships, some exchanges. And if you don't have, you can say, okay, you don't associate with non-devotees. And then you're like, but I have to associate with someone, you know. That's why I heard that some devotees who live alone in some places, some remote places, sometimes they go to the bar and associate with people there. Just not to feel lonely, you know. Of course, first time they don't drink anything. Second time they don't drink anything. But maybe after some time. Who knows, you know. After 5 visits to the bar, you might think, hey. That's what happens in this nice association. So the point is, we need association. And Srila Prabhupada gives the solution. What is the solution? Srila Narottam Das Thakur has therefore advised us to live only in the association of Krishna-conscious devotees, Bhakta Sanevasa. One should always engage in the service of the Lord in the association of the Lord's devotees. Association with those engaged in a similar line of business is very conducive to advancement in this business. Now he gives the example that even materialistic people do the same. He says, consequently, materialistic persons form various associations and clubs to enhance their endeavors. For example, in the business world, we find some such institutions as the stock exchange and chamber of commerce. So if you want to do business, you go to associate with the people who do business. That's the simple thing Srila Prabhupada says in this purport. You want to be business conscious, stock market conscious, you go to the stock market chamber and you associate with stock market conscious people. So then he says, similarly, we have established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness to give people an opportunity to associate with those who have not forgotten Krishna. This spiritual association offered by our ISKCON movement is increasing day by day. Many people from different parts of the world are joining the society to awaken their dormant Krishna consciousness. So he says, okay, you want to be business conscious, you join the business consciousness movement. And if you want to be Krishna conscious, you have to join the Krishna consciousness movement. Very, very simple. So that's why Srila Prabhupada created these temples, farm communities, all these kind of communities, that people can come and associate with the devotees and talk about Krishna and make some progress in Krishna consciousness. So we should understand this very well for ourselves. And we should also offer other people the opportunity to get some good association. And we might feel, sometimes we can feel very humble. I mean, who am I to give people association? You know, I have no idea what I'm doing. I chant something, I read something, I understand something, but, and it's good to feel like that. But still, you know, you live in the temple, you have some sadhana, something is there. So that's why we have these initiatives to improve the sanghas, you know, because sangha means that you give everyone an opportunity to meet with the devotees, you know, and we should. Wait, I've lost my idea. So the point is that we try to offer people opportunities. That's what our sanghas, namahatas, and temples are. We offer opportunities to people. Okay, come here. Every Sunday there's a big program. You can come, chant some Hare Krishna, take some prasadam, go home. We should be. Sometimes you go for meet them in 5 cities. Same devotees, you know. Sometimes they say, I met your friend in Koper, you know. Or I met, like I gave the example, these girls, they said, there are many Hare Krishnas in Pula. And I couldn't help it. And I said, yeah, there's many Hare Krishnas in Pula. Navadvip Chandra, Uddhava Mitra, Jagat Prasu. Of course, they are all locals. So sometimes people meet devotees in 5 places, you know, and they after some time they think, sometimes it's even the same devotee. It's like, yeah, I met so many Hare Krishnas here. Usually people have I heard that people sometimes have the impression there's 10,000 Hare Krishnas at least, you know. They go to Bled, there's Hare Krishna. They go to Koper, there's Hare Krishna. They go to Izola, there's Hare Krishna. They go to Ljubljana, there's Hare Krishna. Go to Maribor, there's Hare Krishna. Everywhere there's Hare Krishna. So many Hare Krishnas. So this means that we're doing good. And at some point they will feel, hey, why not? So we should... Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. So we should have Harinams and Sankirtan everywhere. That people cannot hide from the Hare Krishnas, you know. That everywhere you're like that. Hello, hi. Do you have a book? Yeah, I already have 5. Okay, you can have 6. No problem. We have so many books. No problem. And then, of course, after once they have 10 books, and sometimes they even read the books. It's rare, but you know, some people actually read the books. And then after they read the books, you should have next program. So, okay, hi. You have books? Yes, I have books. Okay, very nice. You read books? Yes, I read some books. Okay, tomorrow we have a program here in your city. In Ljubljana. You live in Ljubljana? Oh, nice. Okay, we have a program in Ljubljana. No, but I live in Maribor. No problem. We have a program in Maribor also. Where do you live? Oh, I live in Zagoria. Oh, it's not really in Zagoria, but it's 15 minutes from Zagoria. Come for the program. Okay, so we offer the opportunities everywhere. And we should have so many programs that people will be like, hey, in my city there's some Hare Krishnas. I'm going for Sankirtan in many places, and there's some so-called yoga group, and they have posters in every cities, you know. In Vârnica they have posters, in Kocewe they have posters, in Ribnica they have posters, in in Logates they have posters. I don't know, I don't remember which. But everywhere you go, they are like there. Okay, we have a program here, no problem. So we should also have so many programs that people have options. You go everywhere, you're like, hey, okay, there's some Hare Krishnas there. Why not? Make it easy for people. Of course, this is a long-term project, but this should be the vision. There should be chanting the holy name in every town and village. Probably this doesn't mean just having Harinam. It means that you have to have a Namahata in every town and village. It's a good vision. So, of course, we have to do some steps towards that. So this is our service. We have to extend ourselves and give people options. And if people take it or not, I mean, that's their problem. What can you do? You have to give them options. Hey, we offer you this opportunity, that opportunity, that opportunity. We try to make it simple for you. If you take it or not, that's your problem. And if they don't come for the programs, then we have to do more Harinam Sankirtan. Because Harinam Sankirtan is very important, because the Harinam Sankirtan is building the Sukriti. It's always slowly, it's building the Sukriti. And when they have enough Sukriti, then they can actually be in the association of the devotees. So we don't know who has how much, Sometimes people see once some Hare Krishnas and then they're like, wow, I like them, because from past lives they have a lot of Sukriti. And some people are like, Hare Krishnas, okay, again this Hare Krishnas. They meet them 100 times, and after 100 times they're like, hey, Hare Krishna, they look nice, okay, let's try. So Harinam Sankirtan is very important because it's building this Sukriti. Building. And because there was so much Harinam Sankirtan in Slovenia, you see at Sunday feast, and there still is to some degree, you see at Sunday feast there's 100 people, People come here from everywhere. They're shocked, they go through Europe. They're like 5, 10 devotees, 10, 20, 30. And they come here, there's 100 devotees. Manidhar Prabhu was shocked, there was a festival Wednesday during the week, and they were like, it was packed. Like, wow, what's going on here? So that's all the results of Harinam Sankirtan. You have enough Harinam Sankirtan, and sometimes you have no idea how devotees come to the temple. The people ask, so where's the new devotees? Well, there is no new devotees, There's Jagat Prasu was telling me there's some devotees he met, they're chanting 16 rounds, Nobody knows about them, But they are chanting, they're serious. I mean, they're coming for now for Sunday feast. So it works, So the point is, we should this project actually works. You build Sukriti, and then at some point that people will come. And this is what we should do. This is what we do. We just try to preach, give people opportunities. It can be austere sometimes. It's a battlefield. Srila Prabhupada says we declare war to Maya. So when you go to and declare war to Maya, during a war, there's sometimes some arrows flying by. And sometimes you get hit a bit also. There's sometimes some blood also coming. It's normal. Don't worry about it. Sometimes after you have 3-4 days of Harinam, 5 days, every day, and then you look on Sundays at the devotees, and where is this devotee? Well, he crashed down somewhere. Where is this other devotee? He crashed down somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, it's normal. Don't worry about it. But it's also it's fun. It's really nice, It's once you get this mercy, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna are giving for doing this service. When you see this reciprocation, then you become a bit addicted. As Praladananda Maharaj said, I don't really feel compassion. I was asking him something and he gave the answer, and that's what he was suggesting, that you don't feel compassion. You have no compassion for the people, but you have a higher taste. You have a good, you have a taste, You go out, you distribute books, you preach, and Krishna is reciprocating, and you feel so nice, and so you go again. That's why you go. Let's make it clear. But yeah, and it's true, It's so fun. It's so much reciprocation, so much mercy that you get, and that you're like, yeah, I could do that for some time. All right, let's go. So yeah, that's real life. That's our life. Preaching is our life. He who has life can preach. He who preaches has life. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said to Srila Prabhupada, preach, this will be good for you, and this will be good for others. So sometimes devotees say, hey, what's the results? You do so much preaching, where are the results? And then you say, at least it's good for you. You are first result, you're still around. So that's first success. And if someone else joins also, then that's also good. We accept. But it's good for everyone. So that's the second idea, that association with the devotees is very important, and we should take this association ourselves, and we should be instruments for Srila Prabhupada to give this association to others. Right, I stop here. If there's some questions, comments. Krishna Krishna has
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So you said something about compassion for other people outside. Basically, this compassion is actually useless if better to give him some knowledge. Because, as I understand, if I understand right.
No, compassion and stupidity is useless. Compassion plus stupidity is...
Yes, okay.
Compassion plus intelligence is very useful.
Compassion, like I will see sometimes devotee give some money to these beggars.
Yeah, there's...
And because I sometimes play in the street, and I know this beggar is begging next to me, and I think first that he'll be buy a cigarette, and then he will buy something for it, So
yeah, there's compassion. 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita speaks about different types of compassion, or charity also. In this case, it's charity. So there's charity in the mode of goodness. You give to the brahmanas who know what to do. And charity in the mode of passion, you give and you make a picture. I gave this, look at me. And the charity in the mode of ignorance, which means that you have no idea what you have to give, And we should be discriminate. But compassion, real compassion, is that we understand that they are a spirit soul and they are suffering in the material world. That's the real compassion. And that's Srila Prabhupada's compassion. That, okay, we can, sometimes if they ask you for something, you can give them prasadam. Yeah, you have prasadam, they say, hey, I need some money to get something to eat. Okay, you want to eat? Here, I have some prasadam, take it. So then they will actually get a benefit. But real compassion means to bring them to Krishna consciousness. So that's what Srila Prabhupada. And sometimes we as devotees don't feel this compassion. We were, someone was asking His Holiness Shivara Maharaj about compassion. He said, you know, I'm a devotee, but I have no compassion for these people. He said, his answer was that, you know, a doctor doesn't matter if he has compassion or not. He will operate and save this person. So to some degree, it's of course good, but to some degree, it doesn't matter if so much if you have compassion or not. Srila Prabhupada has compassion, and you can be a tool for this compassion. You give him a book, you have no compassion, but Srila Prabhupada has. So then this Srila Prabhupada's compassion on him. So that's actual compassion, to elevate them to Krishna consciousness and get them back to the spiritual. But because otherwise you can, help them with some problems for some time. But I don't know if I answered, but okay. Okay, something else? Okay, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.